If you wake up in the morning with a pounding head, stiff neck, or that strange pressure behind your eyes, don't ignore it. Most people over 60 think high blood pressure only rises during the day. They blame stress, salt, aging. But here's what most people don't realize. There's one common bedtime habit that may be quietly pushing your blood pressure higher every single night. And the worst part? It feels harmless. Even comforting. Tonight, before you go to bed, you'll want to hear this. As we get older, our bodies become more sensitive. Blood vessels aren't as flexible. Our nervous system reacts differently. What didn't affect you at 45 can absolutely affect you at 65 or 75. Blood pressure is not just a daytime issue. In fact, for many older adults, nighttime blood pressure is even more important. Your body is supposed to calm down at night. Your heart should slow. Your blood vessels should relax. Pressure should gently dip while you sleep. That nightly dip gives your heart a rest. But when something interferes with that natural rhythm, the heart keeps working harder than it should. Night after night. This is where things get serious. One of the biggest hidden triggers is what you do in the hour before bed. Let's talk about the habit first. It's scrolling on your phone, watching intense news, or sitting in front of a bright screen late at night. It sounds simple. Almost silly. But it's not. The light from screens tells your brain it's still daytime. That blue-toned light suppresses melatonin, the hormone that helps you wind down. Without enough melatonin, your nervous system doesn't fully relax. Instead of shifting into rest mode, your body stays slightly alert. And when your nervous system stays alert, your blood vessels stay tighter. Tighter vessels mean higher pressure. But that's not the whole story. It's not just the light. It's what you're watching. Evening news, crime reports, political debates, loud commercials, fast-moving shows. Your heart rate may rise slightly without you noticing. Your breathing may become shallow. Your muscles tense up. You might think, I'm just sitting here. But inside, your body is reacting. For someone over 60, those small reactions matter more. Here's what most people don't realize. Even mild mental stress before bed can prevent that healthy nighttime dip in blood pressure. Instead of dropping, it stays elevated. Over time, that pattern can strain the heart and blood vessels. You may never feel it happening. But you might notice subtle signs. Waking up tired even after 7 hours of sleep. Needing to urinate multiple times at night. Morning headaches. Feeling slightly dizzy when you stand up. These can all be connected to what your body experienced overnight. Now let's go deeper. There are several bedtime habits that quietly push blood pressure up. And many older adults do at least one of them every night. The first is late-night snacking, especially salty or processed foods. Chips, crackers, frozen meals, even certain healthy soups. Salt pulls fluid into the bloodstream. More fluid means more volume. More volume means more pressure against vessel walls. When you eat salty food close to bedtime, your body doesn't have time to process it before you lie down. That pressure can stay elevated through the night. You might wake up with swollen fingers or puffy eyes and not realize why. The second habit is drinking alcohol in the evening to relax. A small drink may make you feel sleepy at first. But alcohol can disrupt sleep cycles. It can also cause blood pressure to rise during the second half of the night. You may fall asleep quickly, but your sleep becomes lighter and more restless. Your body never fully settles. This is where many people get confused. They think they're sleeping fine, but they wake up tired. That's often a clue. Another overlooked habit is going to bed with unresolved tension. Maybe it's a family disagreement, financial worry, health concerns. At night, when everything gets quiet, those thoughts get louder. Your brain doesn't shut off just because the lights are off. If your mind is racing, your body is not resting. Your heart responds to thoughts the same way it responds to physical activity. Stress hormones can rise slightly. Blood vessels tighten. It doesn't take a full panic attack to affect blood pressure. Even low-grade worry, repeated nightly, adds up. Here's something else many people don't expect. Sleeping in a room that's too warm can also play a role. As we age, our bodies regulate temperature differently. A hot bedroom can increase heart rate and make the cardiovascular system work harder. You may toss and turn, sweat lightly, breathe faster. All of that keeps the nervous system more active than it should be. Now let's talk about sleep position. If you sleep flat on your back and you snore heavily, there may be brief moments during the night when breathing becomes shallow. Even mild breathing interruptions can cause small spikes in blood pressure. You may not remember them, but your heart does. This is especially important if you wake up with a dry mouth, morning headaches, or feel exhausted despite sleeping. We're not diagnosing anything here, but these are signals worth paying attention to. Now you might be thinking, I've done these things for years. Why would they affect me now? Because after 60, your margin for error is smaller. Blood vessels stiffen naturally with age. The heart may not recover as quickly. Hormone levels shift. Sleep becomes lighter. Small habits that once had little impact can start to matter more. But here's the good news. Small changes can also make a big difference. You don't need a dramatic overhaul. Start with the last hour before bed. Lower the lights in your home. Turn off the television earlier. Put your phone down at least 45 minutes before you lie down. Instead of scrolling, try something quieter. Soft music. Gentle stretching. Reading a calming book. Give your nervous system a signal that the day is ending. If you enjoy watching something in the evening, choose lighter content. Avoid heated debates or intense crime shows close to bedtime. Your heart deserves peace at night. Pay attention to evening snacks. If you're hungry, choose something simple and light. A small piece of fruit. A handful of unsalted nuts. Yogurt. Avoid heavy, salty, or processed foods within 2 to 3 hours of lying down. Be mindful with alcohol. If you drink, keep it moderate and earlier in the evening rather than right before bed. Notice how your body feels the next morning. Your own experience is often the best guide. Now let's address the mind. This may be the most powerful shift of all. Create a short wind-down ritual. 5 minutes of slow breathing. Inhale gently through your nose for 4 counts. Exhale slowly for 6. Do that 10 times. Longer exhales tell your body it's safe to relax. You can also write down worries before bed. Put them on paper so they're not spinning in your head. Tell yourself, I've parked this for the night. It sounds simple, but it works. Keep your bedroom slightly cool, dark, quiet. If you snore heavily or wake up gasping, that's something to mention at your next routine medical visit. Not as an emergency, just as information. Your provider can guide you if needed. Remember, high blood pressure often has no obvious symptoms. That's why it's sometimes called the silent strain. But nighttime habits are not silent. They quietly shape what happens inside your body for 7 or 8 hours straight. Here's what most people don't realize. You don't fix blood pressure only with what you do during the day. You protect your heart by what you allow it to experience at night. Imagine your heart as a hardworking engine. All day long it pumps. Carries you through errands, conversations, small stresses. Night is supposed to be maintenance time. Cooling down. Resetting. Recovering. If you keep that engine revving with bright light, tension, heavy food, and mental stress, it never truly rests. Over months and years that matters. This isn't about fear. It's about awareness. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to eliminate every comfort. Just shift 1 or 2 habits. Turn off the screen earlier. Dim the lights. Choose calm over chaos before bed. Protect your peace at night. Because when your nights improve, your mornings change. You may wake up clearer, steadier, less foggy. And over time, those small changes can support healthier pressure levels naturally, alongside whatever care plan you're already following. Your heart has carried you for decades. Give it 8 quiet hours. If this sounds familiar, you'll want to watch our next video about the early morning signs your body gives before a blood pressure spike. It could help you spot problems sooner and feel more in control. Take care of your nights. Your days depend on them. Alternative high CTR titles. The nighttime mistake that's spiking your blood pressure after 60. Over 60? Stop doing this before bed tonight. Why your blood pressure is higher in the morning. Thumbnail text idea. Stop doing this before bed.